meeting of the May Board of Parks and Recreation to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll move now to the appeal of decisions. Pursuant to the provisions of 2.68.030 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, please take notice that decisions of the Metropolitan Board of Parks and Recreation may be appealed to the Chancery Court of Davidson County for review under a common law writ of certiorari. Any appeal must be filed within 60 days after entry of a final decision by the board. Any person or other entity considering an appeal should consult with an attorney to ensure that time and procedural requirements are met. We'll move now to the consideration of minutes. Have you had an opportunity to read the minutes of our April meeting? I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you so much. It's been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. We'll move now to Metro Council referrals. Are there any referrals from council members present? Director Odom.
Council Member Jeff Gregg is here today.
Hello, Jeff Gregg. Good afternoon. Good to see you.
Good to see so many friendly faces. On your agenda today is a permit for the Davidson Community Garden. I'm excited for you to approve, hopefully today. Last year we started a nonprofit in the district called Friends of Davidson, hard name to figure out. But we have one purpose: to promote goodwill in the district. Our first project was our tree lighting that we did at our new Davidson library this last December. And this is our second major project. We want to revive the Davidson Community Garden that was in place for about 15 years. It was ran by Jan King, and she moved away about 2-3 years ago. And so Richard Reisman, who is with me here today, is going to be spearheading that project, and they're ready to get their hands dirty and get this garden off the ground. So thank you for considering.
We'll move now to public comment period. Don't believe we have any on the public comment today. So we'll continue on with our old business, 04-25-09. The Friends of Shelby Park in Bottoms request acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $30,000 for improvements of new wayfinding signs, 10 park information signs, 3 park map kiosk, and invasive plant management and native plant installation at Shelby Park and Bottoms. There's no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. This project will be paid for directly by the Friends of Shelby Park and Bottoms, Council District 6. Director Odom, is there a recommendation from staff?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. Is there a motion? Thank you.
Second.
Thank you so much. Is there any discussion from the board? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. 04-25-10, the Watkins College of Art at Belmont University requests acceptance of an in-kind grant not to exceed $20,000 for a commissioned mural of art on the rear exterior wall of the Easley Community Center at E.S. Rose Complex, 1000 Edge Hill Avenue. Watkins College of Art is a recipient of Metro Arts Thrive Program Award. This program connects artists and organizations with the community to create investments, cultural connections, and transformations. And this is Council District 17. The Public Arts Committee met this morning. Commissioner Foster, is there a report from the committee?
Yes, the committee met and we all agreed to defer it.
All righty, so this will be deferred to a future meeting, and we will let everyone know when that is back on the agenda. Okay, we'll move now to the consent agenda. Director Odom, are there any comments?
No comments.
Okay, any questions from the board? Otherwise, we'll take it in its entirety. I'll accept the motion.
Motion for approval.
Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you. It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor? Any opposed? All righty, the motion passes. We'll move now to new business, 05-25-02. Staff requests approval of a permit for use of park space for the Friends of Donaldson to establish a community garden on the property located at 3101 Heartland Drive, Hermitage, Tennessee, at Heartland Park. The permit is for a period of 1 year contingent upon all permit obligations being met. Copies of the permit will be available for review at this meeting. And this is Council District 15. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. I'll accept a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second? Thank you. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. We'll move now to 05-25-03. Staff requests approval of a permit for use of park space for the Glencliff Neighborhood Group to host a farmer's market on the property located at 384 Thompson Lane, Nashville, at Coleman Park. The permit is from the period May to July. The permit could be renewed as an annual permit if decided. Copies of the permit are available for review at this meeting, and this is Council District 16. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
All righty, we'll accept a motion. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. 05-25-04, staff requests approval for submission and ultimate acceptance of a renewal application for the Children and Adult Care Food Program, CACFP, for fiscal year 2026. This program provides nutritious meals and snacks for children attending after-school programs at 17 community centers, and this is Council District citywide. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
All righty, we'll accept a motion. Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you. Is there any discussion? All righty, seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes. 05-25-05, staff requests acceptance of a $2,000 general donation from the Friends of Shelby Park and Bottoms to the Metro Parks and Recreation Division, Council District 6. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you. We'll accept the motion. Is there a second? Thank you so much. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes. 05-25-06, Friends of Warner Park requests acceptance of an in-kind grant not to exceed $1,152,000 to fund the next phase of improvements in Warner Parks. There is no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. All projects will be paid for directly by the Friends of Warner Park, and this is Council District 24. You see the proposed improvement projects for bird program, sweat program, urban nature, volunteer program, nature center operations and support, invasive plant removal, memorial benches and gardens, meadows restoration, and miscellaneous improvements to include stone wall, shelter repair, etc. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. I'll accept the motion. Is there a second? Any discussion? All righty, seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. The motion passes. 05-25-07, the Middle Tennessee Pony Club requests acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $95,000 for the installation of a grass riding surface at Percy Warner Park. The project includes regrading the surface to have a consistent 1% to 2% grade using existing and high-quality topsoil and sand, soil fill, install in-ground sprinklers, packing, seeding with a Bermuda and ryegrass planting, and planting native trees along the Old Hickory Boulevard right-of-way to provide a sound and visual buffer between the riding surface and traffic. There is no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. This project will be paid for directly by the MTPC and all parks. And all future The project will be paid for directly by the MTPC and all future maintenance other than mowing. Parks maintenance staff will continue to mow the area as they do currently and will not require additional labor. This is Council District 34. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes. 05-25-08, the Friends of Shelby Park and Bottoms request acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $1,500 to fund bus rentals for the summer enrichment programs at Kirkpatrick, East and South Inglewood Community Centers to visit Shelby Park and Bottoms. There is no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. The rentals will be paid for directly by the Friends of Shelby Park and Bottoms, and this is Council District 6. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Staff recommends approval.
Thank you so much. I'll accept a motion. A second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes. 05-25-09, the Sister Cities of Nashville request acceptance of an in-kind grant valued at approximately $8,500 for a commissioned mural of art on the exterior side wall of the Morgan Park Community Center. Sister Cities of Nashville and Andre Rudloff, mural artist, received a grant from the Metro Arts Commission to fund this project. There's no required match by Metro Parks associated with this grant. No money will be sent to Metro Parks. This project will be paid for directly by the Sister Cities of Nashville Council District 19. Director Odom, is there a recommendation?
Madam Chair, we recommend that this request be withdrawn at this time to work out some additional details on the maintenance piece.
All right. We will withdraw this one at this time. 05-25-10, staff requests approval of a dedicated conservation greenway easement located at 0 Kemp Drive, Hermitage, Tennessee, parcel number 087-100B90000CO. Along Dry Fork Creek, this greenway easement will conserve 2.4 acres of open space and provide for future expansion of the Stoners Creek, Dry Fork Creek Greenway Network. The easement dedication was a condition of the Planning Commission's approval of the subdivision outlook at Aaron's Crest, 2023 South, or S-189-001, and this is Council District 12. We will defer this one to the Acquisition Committee. 05-25-11, staff requests approval of a dedicated conservation greenway easement at 532 Kemp Drive, Hermitage, Tennessee, parcel 087-100B01100CO, along Dry Creek Fork. This greenway easement will conserve 0.003 acres of open space and provide for future expansion of the Stoners Creek, Dry Fork Creek Greenway Network. The easement dedication was a condition of the Planning Commission's approval of the subdivision outlook at Aaron's Crest, 2023S-189-001. This is Council District 12. We will also defer this to the Acquisition Committee. We will move now to special presentations. We have 7 minutes per presentation. We thank you for being here. Hello, John Holmes. Oh my God. What are you gonna do, 5? You're doing 5. You're doing 5 minutes.
I'm gonna try.
Oh, you're gonna do 3? Oh my God.
My staff is so tired of hearing me rehearse this thing,
Oh, you've been
but
rehearsing.
I've worked on trying to get it down.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay. So this is a revenue producing facilities division to present annual update to the board.
yes, ma'am.
You have 7 minutes.
Thank you. I want to wait to start 7 minutes until I get a chance to introduce my staff. Little leeway. First, I want to introduce my leadership team, Brandon Denton, who's over golf maintenance, Wayne Evans, who's over clubhouse operations and sports and permits, and Misty Atfield, who's over all the facilities. Also here are a number of her managers, Frank Wright, who's over the ice rinks at the Sportsplex, Glenn Atkins, who's over the disabilities, raise your hand. Dylan Hoyt, who's over the tennis and fitness at the Centennial Sportsplex, and Michael Campiato, who's over the aquatics not only for my division, but also oversees the summer pools and the spray parks, the maintenance of. And then right here is Katie Petroli, who's with the assistant manager at the Parthenon. I want to really thank this team right here for helping me put this together. Helping me. They put it together, and I'm just going to read it. So anyway, yes. And with that, we will start. Okay. I'm also, right now, they're handing out a handout. Our division has a lot of, it's one of the fun things about our division. We have a lot of stuff in our division. Right there is the same handout you got last year, updated with more recent information. On the second page, we actually gave you a little list of challenges that we deal with on a daily basis, just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that we're facing. But right now, I'm going to start with my 7 minutes. At the Sportsplex, pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in America, and the Sportsplex added 4 dedicated pickleball courts in 2023, having a direct impact on our 24 activities. This resulted in an increase in open play participation. Pickleball hours increased by 17% to over 9,600 hours. We also installed new outdoor tennis lights, resulting in decreased work orders, increased playable hours and evening court bookings, and reduced our customer complaints. We are very proud of our strong partnership with community groups demonstrating a commitment to inclusivity. These groups include AC and Autism, Buddy Up, and Wheelcats. Hamilton Creek Marina is home to many organizations and activities. The Percy Priest Yacht Cup hosts regattas and programs. Sail Nashville certified 92 students in sailing. Music City BMX hosted nationals with more than 4,200 people attending and over 1,000 athletes. Sorba maintains 11 miles of mountain bike trail at Hamilton Creek, in addition to assisting with trails at Percy Warner, Cedar Hill, Cane Ridge, and the Watkins Bump Track. Nashville Rowing and Vanderbilt Rowing both organized the Percy Priest Sprint Regatta each spring with 1,000 athletes in attendance. Staff from Hamilton Creek also oversee the lease agreement with Lock 1 Marina Services. Lock 1 Marina Services continues to provide operations for both the East and West Bank docks at Nashville Riverfront Park. They now have 3 operating CVPs. They also coordinate scheduling 3 large commercial vessels that access Riverfront. They include the General Jackson, American Cruise Lines, and Viking River Cruises. Our Disabilities Day program has expanded and added 19 participants across our 5 sites. However, they still have 171 participants on a waiting list. While basketball is our most popular sports program, we saw an increase in all sports leagues. Through a partnership with Knoxville Parks and Recreation, we hosted Nashville's first Power Soccer League. Power Soccer is an adaptive form of soccer played by individuals in power wheelchairs using a large soccer ball in a gym. Knoxville Parks and Recreation loaned us 12 chairs of various sizes. We had 11 youth and 6 adults participate in this. The Sportsplex completely renovated its pump room, including new pumps, valves, and motors with an addition of 4 new boilers. This decreased closures, canceled classes, swim lessons, and decreased patrons' complaints. We also drained the pools, replastered, and tiled them. The Sportsplex aquatic facility hosts swim meets and special events throughout the year. In 2024, we totaled 31,500 participants in all special events. The Parthenon partnered with MNPS to host over 2,000 sixth graders on STEAM expeditions at the Parthenon. They developed underwater archaeology outreach to bring to the community centers. On-site programming for families included the new Olympic art cart in conjunction with the 2024 Summer Olympics. They also received awards from the Tennessee Museum Association, including public programming for STEAM Night, Space Explorers, temporary exhibit, Repatriation and Its Impact, and Bonnie Seymour won Institutional Impact. The Parthenon has an incredible docent program. In 2024, docents accrued over 2,200 volunteer hours for an added value of over $63,000, completing a 15% growth from 2023. The Parthenon is also the single busiest facility in parks with a total of 354,732 visitors in 2024. That's a 5.4% growth from 2023. This also includes over 4,000 Museum for All admissions. These are admissions based on EBT and SNAP benefits. The ice rink had a total of 135,200 participants for the year, including 17,000 public skaters. They host numerous competition and events and hosted the Nashville Skating Academy Holiday Show with our disabilities program participating in it. Wave Country served over 55,000 visitors between Memorial Day and Labor Day, 2024. It continues to be a staple in Nashville community, offering a water park experience with an affordable price. Wave Country hosted the Juneteenth Celebration of Freedom with over 1,000 swimmers. This was in collaboration with our Community Recreation Division. This was a great event highlighting the cohesive working relationship between divisions. Wave Country employs over 50 young people each summer. Many times this is their first experience with a job. We operate 6 golf courses, including 2 driving ranges. We pride ourselves on providing one of the most affordable, best quality golf options in Middle Tennessee. We had over 400,000 rounds in 2024. That was a 20% increase in rounds since 2021. We saw an increase in rounds this year over last year of 1,600, even though Percy Warner and Shelby were closed for significant amounts of time due to renovations. Our courses offer PGA Junior Leagues, we host SNEDS tour events, and we have instructors at each course. This includes Miss Past Gregory, who volunteers her time to teach youth and adults at Ted Rhodes. It also included Robert Hall, who worked for the First Tee program and was a staff member at Ted Rhodes. He passed away this last year and is greatly missed. These wonderful courses are maintained by 41 full-time employees who provide full-service course maintenance for these 7 courses. They're responsible for 117 golf holes, 24 acres of putting surface, 650 acres of highly maintained turf, and 250 acres of natural spaces. Staff strives to maintain a quality turf experience through smart agronomic practices while still being good stewards of the environment. We also encourage natural areas on the course to promote wildlife. In our area of golf accomplishments, we did a total renovation of Percy Warner, which included new greens and tee complexes, an enhanced practice area, new irrigation, and a renovation of the clubhouse. At Shelby, we also did new greens and tee complexes, an upgrade of the irrigation and renovation of the clubhouse. And we also took a concrete slab ditch and created a beautiful new stream. This was in conjunction with a stream mitigation project. At Ted Rhodes, the cart paths were completely redone and repaved, and the parking lot was repaved and striped. At Two Rivers, the clubhouse was renovated and a new irrigation pump station and control box was installed. This led to more efficient use of our water resources. Our permitting staff continues to issue permits for athletic fields, picnic shelters, model airplanes, outdoor fitness permits, food trucks, push cart vending, all of which continue to be in high demand. And finally, our revenue division is responsible for all the POS systems in the entire Parks Department. They work with IT and Treasury in the integration of the merchant services and credit card processing. And at this point, I will take any questions you might have. Thank you.
Not bad. Great.
Yeah, this is where the great came from. I just learned to talk fast.
Are there any questions from the board?
Okay, thank you. Another great presentation. And the golf highlights were significant, and golf is such a well-known portion of our Parks Division. So would you mind speaking to why that you were able to increase so many rounds and how those numbers were achieved?
The demand for golf since COVID it's crazy. There's just no way to say what it is. What's really amazing is we're doing this and we're not open as many hours as we're potentially open. Our hours are limited based on our staffing levels right now. By being responsible fiscally, we have to have a certain number of staff there at open and at close. That was not always the case. In the past, we didn't always do that, which is why we had that little discussion in there about the audit and stuff. Those practices took time to teach everybody to make sure that we're doing things the right way. But in doing so, we're now more fiscally responsible, but we also don't have the bodies to be open the hours that we need to be. What's amazing is even with the limited hours, we're still doing these numbers. That's what the demand for golf is right now. All the private clubs in town have waiting lists. It's crazy. And on the days, the only course that we have currently that's closed 1 day a week right now is McCabe, because they still don't have quite enough staff. I think within the next week or so, they're going to get back open 7 days a week. But on Mondays when they're closed, if you happen to drive by there, because that's not a course that we can really control, they're all over the place. They're out there walking, playing. So we're giving away a little golf over there, but.
And I'll just add to John's point, not only, and he said it a few minutes ago, not only do we have very well-maintained courses, thanks to the team that keeps those, but as a municipal golf network, we are very economical. And so someone who might go to, have a preference of going to a private club, coming to our facilities is not much of a step down at all.
And I happen to be a member at a private club, and our greens are way better than their greens. I mean, I can attest to that. And the reality is, our greens, your greens, Brandon's greens are much better. I'll take you if you want to go. Anytime you want to go, I'll take you.
Let me check them out.
But you know, you said a private course. If you go to the public access courses, not even the courses that are private membership, you're going to pay over $100 to go play golf right now. The demand is so high, and we're charging. What are we charging?
60 on weekends and 50 during the week.
Yeah, that, I mean,
40 for seniors.
when we tell people what our prices are, and it's not that we need to go up. I mean, these are affordable. Our prices are set for a reason. They're set to be affordable for the citizens of our community. And so that's why, and Wayne does a very good job of surveying these each year to make sure we're staying within a certain range. So.
With the upcoming summer times and the increase in participation on our golf courses, how are we able to maintain a quality of play, particularly related to wait times and, what's the words I'm looking for? The pace of play. Yeah, thank you.
As far as the maintenance of the field, or as far as managing the course?
You mentioned being understaffed, and so usually on a golf course, that also means you don't have an attendant running the course and making sure that people are keeping up the pace of play, which leads to a lot of frustration. So I'm thinking in the summertime, particularly when there's, a lot more demand for water and things of that nature, how are we maintaining a consistent pace of play for health concerns as well as just the quality of golf people are able to play?
Well, I'm going to let Brandon talk about the course, but first I'm going to say, as far as the staffing, the summer months, July and August, is when we do have access to our seasonal staff. That's the one time when we do have extra bodies. And so that's the one time a year where we're able to hire the high school kids that'll work for our seasonal rates. Beyond that, those seasonal positions are very difficult to fill. And so that's a challenge for them, but they do try to keep them filled as much as possible, but the seasonal positions, but.
Over the last few years.
Come to the mic, please.
Yeah.
Over the last few years, thanks to Phil Luckett, who headed up the golf course maintenance division, we switched to Tiff-Eagle Bermuda grass greens, which is a hardier plant. This time of year, as we're going into summer, our turf quality is going to get better as we go into the summer. So as we get more play, more traffic, we also grow with, Bermuda grass is going to offer the best product and conditions out there. So that's one way we've combated the traffic. Now, aeration processes, there's a lot of things we can get out there and do if we have more staff to do so. But I feel like our guys are really putting their best foot forward and making sure our courses are well taken care of. Right?
All righty, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you all, and thanks for all you do.
Overtime is great. We'll move now to Friends of Warner Park to present an annual update to the board. Jane Avenger.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Jane Avenger, and I am the COO of Friends of Warner Parks. For over 5 years, I've worked with Jenny Hannon and our team and you to preserve, protect, and steward the Warner Parks. It's nice to have a chance to be here today to thank you directly for partnering with us. Our partnership is unique and impactful. Today, I'm proud to highlight how Friends of Warner Parks, through our strategic plan, has expanded access, improved biodiversity, preserved history, and strengthened our parks through partnership. Warner Parks is not just a local gem. It's the largest municipal park in the system, representing a significant portion of Nashville's public green space. As visitation increases, so does our shared responsibility to preserve, maintain, and enrich this landscape for future generations. This presentation focuses on 3 priorities of our strategic plan. The first is programmatic growth and education. The Nature Discovery Program helps close the nature gap by giving underserved youth meaningful experiences in nature, whether it is in the Warner Parks or in their own backyards. The Warner Parks Bird Program, with an increased investment in staff, has a greater reach and can tell us more about the importance of protecting these parks for the benefit of birds. Specifically, their MODIS program, where they radio tag birds, helps us understand the importance of large urban parks for migration and native birds. An amazing volunteer program is managed by our volunteer coordinator and the staff at the Warner Park Nature Center. Together, they manage 1,500 volunteers annually that log over 12,000 hours in Warner Parks. And finally, the Warner Park Nature Center. By helping to fund Metro-led environmental education, we amplify Metro Park's capacity. We use our communications and development teams to draw people into Metro's programming, especially those who might not otherwise know about it. A second priority of our strategic plan is conservation and capital improvements. Many park staff were there for our first ever prescribed burn in Warner Parks. This milestone reflects a new level of partnership and proactive land stewardship. We're so grateful for Larry Richard, Park Safety Coordinator, for his leadership, and we are thrilled to see other parks like Shelby use these same conservation tactics. Claire's Meadow is a model for meadow restoration. The site is a living classroom and biodiversity hotspot thanks to our joint investment. We are expanding this initiative to other areas in the park as well. Invasive plant control is a collaborative effort between Friends of Warner Parks, Metro Parks, and Invasive Plant Control. Thanks to the work being done, the understory of Warner Parks is coming back to life. To date, we have invested $1.6 million in the removal of invasive plants in the Warner Parks, with an estimated $1.3 million to go. Investment in a new Warner Parks data hub, powered by a geographic information system, makes us better stewards and more transparent partners. This hub is a shared resource used by our team and also heavily used by the Warner Parks Nature Center staff. It will take our data management and research to the next level. We are committed to the preservation of historic park features. Preserving Warner's historic character deepens its meaning for our visitors and strengthens community identity. We thank Metro for the restoration of the historic Sycamore Grove shelter that was damaged by fire. This joint work balances preservation with activation, bringing people together in restored spaces. Restored walls and entrances are a symbolic and functional win for both preservation and access, promoting identity, visibility, and pride in access points. This year, we restored the Chickering Road and Deep Well entrances. We also thank Metro Parks for partnering with us in promoting safety and accessibility. The installation of remote-controlled gates and recent repaving in the park are also symbolic and functional wins for both preservation and access. A third priority in our strategic plan is long-term financial stability. We continue to focus on the growth of our endowment. A strong endowment with a current value of over $2.4 million ensures we can be a sustainable partner to Metro for many years to come. And finally, a quick glimpse at our financials. In fiscal 24, we grew operating revenues by 14.3%. Expense highlights included the renovation of the Percy Warner Golf Course and Clubhouse, progress towards invasive plant removal, and the creation of a resource management plan. 80% of our total expenses were invested directly into the park through park improvements and park programming. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here today. It's an honor to work with you and especially the Warner Parks Nature Center and Parks Maintenance teams, who we work with daily, to provide conservation, education, access, and equity for our community. We're grateful for your partnership and grateful for these parks.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the partnership. Are there any questions for Ms. Avenger? I apologize. Avenger. Thank you. We'll move now to Friends of Hadley Tennis to present an annual update to the board. Joe Guthrie, or Fannie Holmes, or who's coming?
Well, good morning. Oh, no, it's good afternoon, isn't it?
Oh, it is afternoon.
It
Good
is afternoon. How's everybody?
Good to see you.
Well, Hadley Park Friends of Tennis are certainly glad to be back another year. We're glad that to work again with our Metro Park Board. And I'm going to step aside and allow our Executive Director, Mr. Gojo 3, to come and explain what's in store for you for 2025.
Good morning, everybody. It's 58 years now that I've been a part of Parks. And I just want to take a few minutes out to thank my gracious, lovely president, Fannie Holmes, for being with me. I wouldn't let her retire. And I'd like to recognize Mr. Curtis Holland when you stand up. Curtis Holland was out of Springfield. A whole tennis center's named after him, Curtis Holland Tennis Complex. Curtis been with me for 30 years. Working in park and recreation at his own expense. He doesn't get paid like I do. Another thing I would like to bring up is that Curtis is going to be teaching for a fee with tennis lessons because a lot of our players want private lessons. But we're not going to be on Parks property. They're going to be at my house on my academy since I'm retiring from there. Curtis would be teaching, in case you hear about it, he'll be teaching and he'll be getting paid to teach, and I will deduct that as zero. And Mr. Holland for his great tribute to our community. Let me go over a few things. It'll be quick. I don't have a video like this. We don't have that kind of money because we don't raise money. Our money is donated to, like churches. We take tithes up. But we've been around here for a long time, and this year it's going to be my last. I made it up that I think 60 years, I'm almost 80. I want to travel with my wife. Mr. Curtis will be taking over, but the program will be bigger and better. Last year, we had Bill Riddle, Central Basin. All the parks and recreation in Miller, Tennessee came to play. We played one at Hadley. We played one at all the other parks and recreation, Springfield, Clarksville. It's something new that I tried to get USTA to do 40 years ago when I was on the executive board of Southern Tennis Association. Get park and recreation more involved. And I like to just thank Parks that we are now Friends of Hadley Park, Metro Park and Recreation. That's a plus. I've been working toward that all my life because I have been part of parks all my life. The Central Basin, the Bill Riddle, the Metro Community Centers will be, Stevon told me they had about 30 Metro Community Centers. I don't think we can make it all 30 of them. But but we're going to make it to a few. Me and Melissa Rucker, she's still on my staff as free, not working for Parks. We meeting with the directors of community centers, setting up match play, and that's where I'm going to be in most of them. Back with my kids and Quick Start in the community centers. We will have leagues at Hadley once a week, and the other weeks we'll be at the other parks and recreation. We're going to have somewhere like 2,000 kids playing tennis, and it's all free. It's sort of like when we started with Fred Douglass in 1962. Everything's been free. It's been free ever since I've been a part of this program. The last thing I would just like to thank you for the opportunity and time for being here. I want to thank you.
Any comments or questions from the board for Mr. Goldthreet? Absolutely. Thank you. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you. The
Retirement.
fourth time.
For the, you see, I said retirement. Yes, it's 2 more to go. 2 more to go? All righty. Thank you. We're going to move now to capital projects update with Joe Stovall.
Good afternoon. Made some great progress over the past couple months. Centennial and Mariposa are both finaling the award process. We should have those both awarded by the end of May, hopefully starting construction first or second week in June. Fort Negley will be the next one out to bid. We should have that out to bid by the end of May. Lytle Bend Nature Park. The construction development stage is in progress, and we're hoping to have that open to the public by the end of July. Mill Ridge Phase 2, we're hoping to have that out to bid, working on final permits and the bidding process, or the bid document process right now. We should have that out to bid by the end of June. Old Hickory Community Center, we're about 75% on the building and site work. It really looks fantastic. If y'all haven't got a chance to go by, I would suggest that you do. It's really starting to show its architectural, pleasing design. So Ravenwood Phase 1, we started the on-site work, and Ravenwood, the bathroom at Phase 1. The restroom we should have done sometime fall of 25. So hopefully September, October-ish, sometime in that nature. Shelby Park, Davidson Street, Riverbank stabilization should start work June the 2nd. So looking to get that completed and open back up as well. Trinity Hills Phase 1, the design is at 90%. And then Antioch Park, through the mayor's participatory budget, we have the contractor starting next week on the site work. So fantastic progress. So, any questions?
Thank you so much.
Yep.
We'll move now to Greenways Open Space Update with Cindy Harrison.
Good afternoon. Happy to announce that we just had another Greenway opening. This was the Cumberland River Greenway at Peabody Union. This is between KDB and Pinewood Social, to give you an idea of where that is. It was a really great partnership with a development team. They dedicated an easement for that greenway. They worked with us on the design, the construction, and they will be maintaining that for Metro Parks. It has taken advantage of the river views. There's an overlook area. There's extensive landscaping, public seating and gathering spaces, and it activated with adjacent retail space and restaurant space. So I encourage you to go and check that one out. Other projects ongoing, the 440 projects should go out to bid later this summer. We're finishing up just minor edits to those. That's the 440 Greenway from Sevier Park to Browns Creek Park, and the 440 Greenway from Park Plaza down to Centennial Park. Both of those include lighting on the Greenway. The Park Plaza project also includes lighting the existing 440 Greenway. So we're trying to do that with all of our urban greenways. The Whites Creek Greenway at Hartman Park, we're at 60% design development on that project. That's a mile-long greenway. It involves a pedestrian bridge and utilization of flood buyout property, and some coordination with NDOT on traffic calming and safe intersection design. That design should be finished by the end of the year, and pending funding, should go out to bid shortly after that. Sorry, got quite a list here. I'm trying to hit just the highlights. As you know, Greenways for Nashville has funded trailhead updates. They're in their second phase on those projects. The Richland Creek Greenway graphic panels for those trailheads are complete, and you should see those going in on those trailheads soon. The Richland Creek Greenway at Bellmead Plaza, this is another partnership with the development team. It's in its final design review. That will involve also easement dedication, design, and construction and maintenance. And then the Harpeth River Greenway at Ariza Bellevue, also in final design. In addition to the design of the greenway and a greenway easement dedication, there'll be a dedication of 25 acres of open space. And in conjunction with that project, we're working with TDOT to acquire property that we currently lease. I think most folks know that as the HYSA soccer project or property. So that should also be coming to us. There'll be a new greenway easement headed to Park Board next month for the Newsom Station, associated with Newsom Station development. Out on Pennington Bend, we have another segment of greenway under construction associated with the residential development. So this is part of a loop system that we're trying to get built around the bend out there. And I think that's it for highlights, but happy to answer questions.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So much. We're going to move now to, we have a written report from upcoming special activities and events. You do all have that information. So report of the director, Director Odom.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. As Madam Chair did mention, your upcoming special activities and event is a written report. Jackie will not be up here with her colorful presentation this month, but I do want to call your attention to all of the events on the report that you do have. We're getting into warmer weather and lots of events going on in the park system. The mayor's FY26 proposed budget allocates about $6.7 million in operating budget enhancements to our department, which is great. That includes funding for armed security at community centers and other select facilities, critical increases for ground maintenance and building mechanical materials, and higher wages for part-time and seasonal staff. As you know, we reviewed that in our committee meeting, and we're very grateful for those proposed enhancements. Just a reminder, our council budget hearing is May 21st at 4 p.m. I hope that you all are able to show support for the department with your attendance. In regard to the Plan to Play update and supplemental, our team is working to schedule public community meetings for the month of June. We'll have more information about those meetings forthcoming as they are confirmed. Red Caboose Park, the caboose is presently fenced. The caboose will have remediation and stabilization of lead paint and mold removal. Work should begin in the next few weeks. At the Hadley Tennis Center, the lights will be updated to LED lights over the coming month. West Park Community Center will be hosting part of its summer enrichment program at Cockrell Elementary, as the gym, as I reported to you before, the gym at West Community Center is unsafe at this point. And then Old Hickory Community Center will host its summer enrichment program from DuPont Elementary, as they have the past 2 years while that center is being built. And so we are very grateful for our partnership with MNPS in those regards in particular. We're working with the health departments for distribution of feminine hygiene products through community centers. Want to give a shout out to Friends of Shelby Park for the reopening of the nature play area at Shelby Park. It was this past Saturday. It was raining, but we had a great crowd out there and a 3-year-old birthday that we could participate and sing happy birthday to the little girl. I'm sure she was mortified. She didn't know who we were. But anyway, it was a good time. We had a good time. The collaboration between the nature centers and our community centers division has been ongoing and is great. Nature centers offered training for nature detectives for community center staff most recently. We want to thank our Warner Parks Nature Center staff and the Friends of Warner Parks for offering that. That's a great way for our entire department to be engaged with environmental education of young people. As John mentioned during his presentation, Wave Country will open Memorial Day and all staffing positions are filled. We had 3 new park police trainees begin the academy May 1st. They will be joined by a lateral candidate in mid-June, and hopefully all 4 will be successful in completing the academy in mid-October. I visited with the Women's Caucus of the Metro Council last week. It was great to give them an update of what's going on in Metro Parks. With that, that's my report. You have any questions? Anybody?
We'll move now to, thank you so much, announcements, requests for future agenda items and open items. Any? All righty. I'll accept a motion to adjourn. Have a good day. We are adjourned.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.